Hello, good afternoon. May I speak with Miss Dyer?
This is Mr. speaking. Good afternoon.
Okay, I am Miss Dean calling from Central Inc. Is it a good time to talk, Miss Dyer?
Yes, go right ahead.
Okay, Miss Dyer, regrettable. I am calling about your bond you have here with us.
Why? What's going on?
Due to circumstances beyond our control, we need to terminate the bond and refund you your money.
But you can't do this. What's really going on in this place? I will lose out. You can't just call me on such short notice with this information. Please to explain, Miss Dean.
Well, yes, I understand what you're saying, and I understand the frustration that you may be feeling right now. However, in this case, the borrower can refund you due to the fact that the interest rates have declined way below the coupons rate offered by the bond that you presently have, the one that was issued to you. And we have no other choice but to terminate it and issue a new one.
But I have 2 full years left on my original bond date. How can you just do this at such short notice? I really don't get this. I will lose out on all my investments, and you will be the only one that is benefiting.
Yes, Miss Dyer, as I was trying to explain with you, the fact that I can refund it is because of the interest rate has declined below the coupons rate, as I mentioned earlier. And I know, yes, that the maturity date has not come to par. But as I said, unfortunately, I do apologize for any inconvenience this may cause you. But what you can do is you can visit our office or give me a call if you have any more queries so we can explain it to you.
Okay, I will have to come in and do that because this is still puzzling to me at the moment.
Okay, Miss Dyer. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.
You're welcome, and okay, so the definition for a callable bond is a bond that the issuer may redeem before it reaches the stated maturity date, and it allows the company to pay off their debts early. And a callable bond is also known as a redeemable bond. The earlier in a bond's life that it is called, the higher its call value will be.
Thank you for listening to us. We are Nikita Dean and Tony and Dyer, and we just present to you question 8 from tutorial 5, bond valuation. Have a lovely day.
All right, thank you, Nikita Antonian. A very interesting presentation. We now turn over to Kimberly Smith and Tajay James, who will give their perspective on this question.
Good day, sir. My name is Kimberly Smith, and my teammate for this exercise is Tajay James. The question we received is, why would a firm wish to call a bond before its maturity date? Now, what is a callable bond? A callable bond, also known as a redeemable bond, is a bond that the issuer may redeem before it reaches the stated maturity date. A callable bond allows the issuing company to pay off their debt early. A business may choose to call their bond if market interest rates move lower, which will allow them to reborrow at a more beneficial rate. Callable bonds thus compensate investors as they typically offer a more attractive interest rate or coupon rate due to their callable nature. Now, Tajay James will conclude the discussion with the why part of the question.
Okay, good day again, sir. Before we can understand why a firm would wish to call its bond before its maturity date, I'm going to first explain what is a matured bond. Well, bond maturity is the time when the bond issuer must repay the original bond value to the bondholder. All right. So if a firm wishes to call the bond early, it is a sense of security for the firm, which it provides them with a favorable interest rate drop, and it helps the company to raise capital, right? So it also encourages investors because the interest rates are attractive and firms love to see companies that are doing well, right, with good interest rate, because they want to see how much they can make from an investment, how much profit they can make. So a firm would think about calling their bond early because of this reason, right? It also creates a protection period for the bond itself, right? This is because firms want to know that they have a form of reassurance and that they're not going to lose their money that is invested, right? So this is one of the main reasons why firm would want to call a bond early, right? So basically that is everything in regards to why a firm would call a bond early, and it is just for them to benefit from it in the short run period. Okay, and that concludes the end of why would a firm wish to call a bond before its maturity date. Good day.
All right, thank you, Kimberly and Tajay. We now turn to our final pair, which is Sandrine Smith and Handel Blake, and they will give us their perspective on this question.
Good evening, my name is Handel Blake, and my classmate Sandrine Smith will be attempting to answer question 8 from tutorial sheet number 5. The question is, why would a firm wish to call a bond before its maturity date? Firstly, a callable bond is a bond that may be redeemed by the issuers before the maturity date. The maturity date is the number of years until the bond must be repaid. Original maturity is the life of the bond when it is issued. A firm will repay the par value at the maturity, and as time passes, the remaining maturity decreases.
If the market rate falls below the coupon rate, then a firm may want to call a bond before the maturity date. When a firm does this, it would allow them to borrow again but at a more beneficial rate. And in addition, the difference being earned could be used to compensate for the old callable bonds.
All right, thank you, Sandrine and Handel. So just to wrap things up, just a reminder, a callable bond is one that can be redeemed before it matures, right? So they can pay you back your principal amount before the original due date. So you invested in a bond for 20 years, and at the point agreed where it can be called, the company may decide that in 5 years or in 10 years, they are going to pay you back your money, and you will have to reinvest at a possibly lower rate. Now, this allows the issuer, the issuing company, to reduce their interest expenses because they would only be calling these bonds if market interest rates fall. So this could allow the company to reduce their interest expense significantly in some cases. So as explained, companies would only recall these bonds if interest rates fall, which allows them to now reissue the amounts or reissue the bonds at a lower rate, thereby reducing their interest expenses. All right, all the best. We'll be in touch. Look out for the next question.